Debt, often viewed as a financial burden, can surprisingly be a powerful catalyst in wealth building when utilized wisely. Picture this. You're standing at the edge of a vast financial wilderness. In your hand you hold a tool often feared and misunderstood. A tool that, if wielded correctly, can carve a path through the wilderness towards the oasis of wealth. This tool, my friends, is debt. Now I know what you're thinking. Debt? A tool for wealth building? Surely you jest. But let me assure you, I jest not. In fact, the concept of using debt to build wealth is not only possible but has been successfully utilized by many. However, it's important to distinguish between good debt and bad debt. Bad debt is the kind you incur when you buy things you don't need with money you don't have to impress people you don't like. This type of debt can lead to a vicious cycle of financial instability. On the other hand, good debt is the kind you take on with a clear strategy in mind, often to invest in assets that appreciate over time. Think of it as a form of leverage, a way to amplify your financial capacity and reach for greater wealth. Take, for instance, a home mortgage. Yes, it's a debt, but it's also an investment in a tangible asset that over time can increase in value. That's good debt. Or consider a student loan, which, while daunting, is an investment in your future earning potential. That's good debt too. In essence, it's about using debt as a stepping stone, not a stumbling block. It's about understanding that debt, like any tool, is neither good nor bad in itself. It's how you use it that defines its value. As counterintuitive as it may sound, debt can be a stepping stone towards financial freedom when used strategically. History is replete with examples of individuals and corporations that have leveraged debt to amass wealth. Let's start with Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He used debt to invest in real estate, generating income that exceeded his monthly payments, thus creating a positive cash flow. By leveraging this good debt, Kiyosaki built a substantial wealth portfolio. Another example is Elon Musk. After selling PayPal, Musk took on personal debt to fund SpaceX and Tesla. He wagered his personal finances on the success of these ventures. Today, both companies are thriving, making Musk one of the wealthiest individuals in the world. Turning our attention to corporations, let's consider Netflix. In order to finance its original content, Netflix has taken on billions of dollars in debt. This strategy has paid off handsomely, as it led to increased subscriptions and revenue growth, pushing Netflix's market value into the stratosphere. Next, let's look at the strategy of leveraging student loans to increase earning potential. Many individuals have taken on student loans to finance their education. This debt, when managed effectively, can lead to higher-paying jobs and increased wealth over time. Lastly, the story of homeownership in America is a great example of using debt to build wealth. Many homeowners have used mortgages to purchase properties that have appreciated in value over time, leading to the accumulation of wealth. These examples highlight the power of good debt, debt that is used to acquire assets that generate income or appreciate in value. The key is in managing the debt effectively and ensuring that the return on the borrowed money is higher than the cost of the debt. These instances illustrate how strategic use of debt can lead to significant wealth accumulation. Two key strategies for managing debt effectively are debt consolidation and debt snowballing. Let's start with debt consolidation. This is a financial strategy wherein you combine multiple debts into one single debt. You take a new loan, large enough to cover all your existing debts, and then pay them off. This leaves you with just one loan to manage, often with a lower interest rate and a longer repayment term. It simplifies your financial management, can reduce the amount of interest you pay, and helps you clear your debt quicker. Now, let's move on to debt snowballing. This is a debt reduction strategy where you list out your debts from smallest to largest, regardless of the interest rate. You make minimum payments on all debts except for the smallest one, which you pay as much as you can afford. Once the smallest debt is paid off, you roll the amount you were paying on that debt into the next smallest debt, creating a snowball effect. The idea is to gain momentum as you knock off debts one by one, eventually leading to you being debt-free. Both these strategies have their own merits. Debt consolidation is great if you have multiple high-interest debts and you want to simplify your repayments. It can save you money in the long run if you can secure a consolidation loan with a lower interest rate than your current debts. On the other hand, debt snowballing is more about psychological wins. Paying off smaller debts first gives you a sense of achievement and motivates you to keep going. Although you might end up paying more interest over time, the emotional boost you get from seeing debts disappear can be invaluable. Remember, it's important to consider your own personal circumstances before deciding which strategy to use. What works best for one person may not work as well for another. It's also crucial to stay disciplined with your repayments, regardless of the strategy you choose. By consolidating and snowballing debt, one can take control of their financial situation and pave the way for wealth creation. Cash flow management is the cornerstone of effective debt utilization. Let's delve into this and unlock the potential of our financial resources. Cash flow, in simple terms, refers to the money that is moving in and out of your hands. It's the lifeblood of your financial health. Managing it effectively is akin to a tightrope walker maintaining their balance. It requires skill, precision, and a clear view of what's ahead. Let's consider this. You've got a steady stream of income, and you've also got expenses. The goal is to ensure that the former always covers the latter, with enough left over for savings and investments. This is where budgeting comes into play. It's like a financial roadmap guiding you on how to allocate your resources wisely. Remember, every dollar saved is a dollar that can be invested in assets that appreciate, thereby using debt to build wealth. Imagine you're a ship captain navigating through treacherous waters. The budget is your compass, helping you avoid the icebergs of unnecessary expenses and guiding you towards the safe shores of financial security. It's not just about cutting back on the lattes and the takeouts, although that might help. It's about understanding where your money goes, identifying areas where you can save, and making conscious decisions on what to spend on. Saving, on the other hand, is like storing ammunition for future battles. It could be for an emergency fund, a down payment on a property, or to invest in the stock market. Having a robust savings plan can ensure you have the funds to service your debt and continue investing without feeling the financial pinch. So, how does this tie into using debt to build wealth? Well, when you manage your cash flow effectively, you can service your debt, save, and invest simultaneously. This strategic juggling act can help you leverage debt, not as a burden, but as a stepping stone towards your wealth-building goals. In conclusion, cash flow management is not an option. It's a necessity. It's about being proactive rather than reactive, about taking control of your financial destiny. It's about making your money work for you and not the other way round. Mastering cash flow management is instrumental in turning debt into a wealth-building tool. And remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. It's time to take that step. Investing using borrowed money can supercharge wealth accumulation, given the right circumstances. Let's delve into the fascinating world of leveraging debt for investment. When we talk about leveraging, we're referring to the practice of using borrowed capital with the expectation of greater financial gains. It's like using other people's money to multiply your own wealth. Now, how do we do that? Let's consider high-yield assets like real estate and stocks. These assets have the potential to appreciate over time, providing a return on investment that could surpass the cost of debt. For instance, if you borrow money at a 5% interest rate but invest in real estate that appreciates at 10% annually, you're essentially earning a 5% return on borrowed money. But, like anything in life, this strategy comes with its share of risks. The returns on investment might not always be as expected. Real estate markets can crash and stock prices can plummet. That's why it's important to conduct thorough research and risk assessment before making such moves. The key to effectively leveraging debt for investment lies in the balance. It's about weighing the potential rewards against the possible risks. It's also about understanding your own financial situation, knowing what kind of debt you can comfortably manage, and recognizing when it's time to pay down that debt. Consider this. Large corporations often use debt for expansion and growth. They borrow money to invest in new ventures, expecting those ventures to generate returns greater than the cost of the debt. This is leveraging in action, and it can be just as effective for individual investors as it is for big businesses. Of course, not everyone has access to the kind of capital that large corporations do, but that's where good credit comes into play. A strong credit score can open doors to better loan terms and opportunities to leverage debt. We'll delve deeper into the importance of good credit in the next scene. With careful planning and risk assessment, leveraging debt for investment can be a game changer in wealth building. A good credit score is your ticket to better loan terms and opportunities to leverage debt. This statement isn't just a fancy phrase, it's a financial fact. Let's delve into the importance of maintaining a good credit score and how it can significantly impact your debt management and wealth building strategies. A credit score, in its essence, is a numerical expression of an individual's creditworthiness. It's the financial world's way of assessing how well you can manage debt. It's akin to a report card, but instead of grades, you have credit scores. And just like in school, the higher your score, the better. Maintaining a good credit score is not merely about making payments on time, although that's a significant part of it. It's also about understanding the nuances of credit utilization, the length of credit history, and the diversity of credit types. It's a holistic approach to financial management. Now you may wonder, why is this so important? Well, a good credit score can be your golden key to better loan terms. Imagine walking into a bank and being offered lower interest rates, higher borrowing limits, and more flexible repayment terms. That's the power of a good credit score. It can turn the tide in your favor, allowing you to leverage debt strategically and responsibly. Moreover, a good credit score can open up opportunities to invest in high-yield assets like real estate or expand a business. It can turn debt into a tool for building generational wealth. It's like having a financial superpower, enabling you to borrow capital with the expectation of greater financial gains. But remember, with great power comes great responsibility. It's essential to use this power wisely, to weigh the risks and potential rewards before taking on debt. It's about making informed financial decisions and not getting caught in a cycle of debt. In conclusion, a good credit score is more than just a number. It's a reflection of your financial health and discipline. It's a testament to your ability to manage debt effectively and leverage it to build wealth. A strong credit score can open doors to advantageous debt opportunities, aiding in your wealth-building journey. To recap, debt isn't always a villain in your financial story. It can be a hero too. We've walked through how the power of debt can be harnessed in wealth building, and how real-life examples demonstrate this. We've explored the concepts of debt consolidation and snowballing, and how managing cash flow plays an integral role in this process. We've delved into leveraging debt for investment, and the crucial importance of maintaining a good credit score. Remember, debt is a tool. When wielded wisely, it can open up opportunities and lead to significant financial growth. It's about understanding the difference between good debt and bad debt, and creating a well-thought-out financial strategy. So, can you handle your debt better now? Are you ready to turn your debt into an asset? Subscribe to our channel for more financial wisdom, and remember, mastering your debt is the first step towards financial freedom.